Right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Raw review. Thank you guys ever so much for joining me today. We've got a lot to get through. A lot of things have happened. A lot went on. But first and foremost, this channel is going to be changing. It's not just going to be about reviews. We will be doing gaming content on this channel specifically for wrestling gaming very, very soon. In the next week or two, I will be making and creating WWE 2K23 games on here. Not only that, I might be doing some AEW Fight Forever as well, if I'll be able to get my hands on that in the future as well. But we will be making WWE content, 2K23 content coming soon. I don't know when. I need to find out a little bit more what I need to do, how I need to do it. But I know we're going to be doing lots of different things. We might have a My GM mode. We might have Universe mode. I might just put on matches on 2K where I'm the commentator and we go through what's going on. That type of thing is going to happen. But we will not stop doing Raw, NXT, or SmackDown reviews. But they might come at different times due to different things. So I might have to watch Raw the next day and then film it that day and then release it that night. So we will be still getting Raw reviews and still be getting NXT and SmackDown reviews, but that's all going to change as well because we will be doing content 6 out of the 7 days a week on this page. And we will be live streaming on Twitch as well, gaming, talking, reviewing, all of that stuff in the very near future. We currently have a channel on Twitch called Mark Talks Wrestling, but I want to change that. I want it to be called Mark Talks and Plays because I want to be talking on there, but I also want to play a variety of games that I can play during the wrestling games and football games as well. Football Manager, FIFA, that type of thing will be coming, but we will have to get there when we get there, but we're not getting there yet. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but I just wanted to give you a quick update on where we're going, and we're going to be doing a lot more on here and Twitch in the future. We might go to other platforms as well. I don't know yet, but we will see how everything goes from here on out. But before we get to it, I want to thank you guys ever so much for all the support. Thank you guys ever so much for coming here. Don't forget, if you are here and you are not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you will get instant notification for when we go live with anything, any gaming content, any wrestling talk, anything in the world. We might do shows, we might do games, we might do different things. A lot of stuff is in the pipeline. A lot of things I'm trying to make, and I'm doing it because I love it and I love doing what I do. But I need your guys' help and support to grow my channel bigger so more people can come aboard and join us on this journey. So, we had a big Raw tonight. We had Seth's Mystery Open Challenge. We also had Logan Paul's return. The Miz did an open challenge. KO and Sami Zayn are here. We had tag team, women's tag team, Cody Rhodes, Indus Sheer, plus much, much more. So with that being said, we opened up with Seth Rollins coming out to the ring, getting introduced by the fans, getting all happy, all excited, everything was going right. And then Finn Balor attacks him horribly. The things that I picked up, if I look over here, it's because I've got my notes and I want to make sure the stuff that I've written down. I normally write the main stuff that I find exciting. I don't write down everything. But the one that really got me was when he got away from security and jumped off the steel steps to do the coup de grace, and he did it twice. It looked sweet. The height he got off those steps, I don't know whether it was the camera angle or if it was just me, but the height he got off those steps to land on Seth was brilliant. And then he destroyed him backstage as well, and it just carried on going. We then went into the next section where the Miz was coming out to the ring saying he was going to be the one that was going to challenge Seth Rollins, but because Seth Rollins got beaten up, he's going to do an open challenge in his hometown of Cleveland. And out comes the returning Tommaso Ciampa with his old theme song, No One Will Survive. He attacked Miz straight away, saying he didn't get one text message from the Miz while he was away. Both of them really were stiff in this, going for each other, really hitting each other hard, and then hits the fairy tale ending in the end. It's great to see Tommaso Ciampa back. I would like to see him a part of the way with Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Candice, and Indy, just so we can have a bit of DIY back in my life. Um, just Ciampa in general, I think he's fantastic at being a heel as well at the same time. So I want him back and I want him to do the things, but at the same time, heel Ciampa is just ruthless. And I love every second of that. We had the Judgment Day come out. And then the one thing I really took out when they were all talking was the way that Finn Balor was sort of pacing around, moving around, wasn't standing still during any time anyone was talking. Normally, when you have a group like that, when one person talks, everyone else stays still, so you're just concentrating on that one person. But when Finn Balor was doing it, he was moving about the whole time. He was angry, he was fired up, he was ready to do anything he can. And he said the reason why he attacked Seth Rollins before the Open Challenge is because he wants to be the one that dethrones Seth Rollins. He doesn't want anything else. Seth Rollins come out later on in the night and said, "That's the Finn Balor I've been looking for. That's the Finn Balor of 7 years ago. That's the one that beat me. And this is the person I want to have at Money in the Bank." Bron Breakker come out and said that he wants to fight. He's looking forward to NXT tomorrow when he gets to go one-on-one with Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins said he would definitely be there. KO and Sammy turn up, and Sammy thinks that KO is a rageaholic. These are my notes for the match after. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green versus Caden Carter and Katana Chance. That was quick. There's not much else to say with that, is there? It literally was so quick. But Caden Carter and Katana Chance won. Cody Rhodes come out straight after that where he was getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly, and he accepted the six-man tag match that Judgment Day with Dom was talking earlier. He said he wants to do a six-man tag match. Cody Rhodes said, "Yep." So later on the night, we find out that the tag team partners for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, for Cody Rhodes, is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I predicted it about an hour before that. But yeah, and then this one really, really I liked. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric versus Indus Sher was for the first time getting attacked, getting beaten, getting viciously attacked by viciously attacked. Will get viciously attacked by Shelton Benjamin and Cedric. But this was the first time where Indus Sher looked like they're going to be a real problem. They didn't have like the indie jobbers. They had actual, real competitive former IC champion, former 205 champion, former tag team champions going against them. And the one thing that I really picked up on this, yeah, Indus Sher is good, but the one thing I really picked up on is how good Jinder Mahal is being expressionless, but still. I don't think expressionless is the right word. I can't really think of the right word for it. But it's like he has no expression, but you know the expression he's going with. You know what he's thinking. And I think he plays that really, really well. I like seeing him in the background, the way he just sort there was a point in it. When I say that he does this, he goes, but it wasn't that motion. It was very loose motion. You can tell what was going on. But Indus Sher won, and rightly so. I think they are superb, and they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. very soon, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do and how they do it. Logan Paul come out and said that he will be going to London to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet come out, and I put underneath that, "Hello, Logan's opponent at SummerSlam." I think that's who Logan's opponent's going to be, and I really look forward to seeing that. Um, they could do some absolute banger in that ring. Logan Paul and Ricochet. We know Ricochet's great, and he can do some extremely, I wouldn't say unrealistic, because it's not, because he's done it. Extraordinary moves in the ring. That's the perfect word to put. Then Nakamura come out, LA Knight come out with one of the biggest reactions of the night. Absolutely over. Santos Escobar come out. Butch comes out, doesn't have a microphone. As soon as he started walking down to that ring, and he didn't have a microphone, my first thing went, he's going to walk in there and punch someone. And he walked in there and went straight to Logan Paul and punched him in the face. And it all got kicked off. It all went. And then Logan Paul put the prime drink that he was holding in his pocket, then run backwards. But then the motion of his trousers wasn't allowing him to go fast. But then jumped over the top rope like, if you watch later on in the night, Sami Zayn did the same type of thing. But Sami Zayn had like a full run up and then did it, where Logan really didn't. And Logan's was sweeter than Sami Zayn. So, so for me, I thought that was great. Logan Paul being in the Money in the Bank will set up his SummerSlam match. I'm interested to see if they will put the Money in the Bank on him. I don't think they will. I think if you look at all the people on here, you've got Logan Paul now, you've got Ricochet, Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Pete Dunne. The one that really stands out for me, it's the person to get it, is either LA Knight or Nakamura. I think they're the only ones that you could really give a massive, yeah, I think they're the ones. And then we had Riddle versus Kaiser. I put a tweet out that I want to read. This is generally how I feel about Gunther and how I felt about it, right? So Matt Riddle, he doesn't deserve. He's going in the ring with the Ring General, the greatest intercontinental champion ever, the greatest NXT UK champion ever, and the greatest Progress Wrestling champion ever. And they're putting him in the ring with Gunther, I presume, at Money in the Bank. That's the match that's going to happen. Kaiser won. Riddle won. Kaiser lost. And when I watch Riddle, it is very smooth in how he does things. It's very methodical in the moves. It's very one motion into the next motion, into the next motion, into do. One thing I want to see with Riddle a little bit more is it's good. It looks great. But I want to see a bit more anger. I want to see a little bit more ferocity in the moves. I want to see a little bit more power, a little bit more determination, a little bit more sort of going for it more instead of going through those motions. You watch Gunther, prime example, right? You know when he hits a move, you're going to feel it for the next month. But Riddle won, and then Gunther comes in, tries to get attacked, and then chops him, and then attacks his leg and tries to break it. Overall, I thought it was a good match. Really enjoyed it. I think we're going to get Gunther versus Matt Riddle at Money in the Bank, and they did a match. I think it was at Progress that I've seen it. I can't remember whereabouts it was. I saw it, but they've done one, and it was a really good match. But at this point, if we ever do a live stream, probably Money in the Bank, we might do a watch along, or we might do something in the future. If we're watching it live and Gunther loses a title, expect a full-on meltdown, because that's how I feel like it's going to happen. I will go full-on meltdown. Then we had Chad Gable, the American Alpha, Alpha Academy, American Alpha. Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. And Chad Gable is amazing. And then Maxine did a suplex, which, to be fair, looked pretty sweet. Sarah Logan needs to sort of Valhalla needed to jump a little bit more to sort of help Maxine with that. But and then Chad got excited by the suplex, then he lost. Rhea versus Natalia again. That was the next match that was up, and it didn't even get started. Rhea just attacked Natalia before the bell and just left. Next up, I haven't really got much to say about Rhea versus Natalia. They keep bringing her in. Raquel Rodriguez versus Trish. I thought Trish sold her ass off during this match to really put over Raquel Rodriguez, and I think she did. I think with all the bumps she took and with all the power Raquel was using was brilliant. And then she did the camel clutch, RIP Iron Sheik, Trish onto Raquel Rodriguez. But then Becky Lynch come down and attack Zoe Stark. But then Trish come out to get up, and then Becky grabbed Trish, threw her against the barricade. Match ended, and Trish won via DQ, which means she will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match because Becky cost Raquel Rodriguez. It's going to be interesting because I still don't know who's in the women's Money in the Bank match. Let's have a look. I'm not editing this in either. So we're going to go and look at this at the same time together. I think at this point, that's the one. Here we go. So at this point, we've now got Trish, but we've got Io Sky, Bailey, the LWO. How the fuck that is in Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, and now Trish Stratus, who will be entering Money in the Bank. And I don't really know. I think my only option to this is probably either Zelina Vega or Io Sky. But between them two, I don't care. I like both of them. I love both of them. And then Bron Breakker, as we said, come out. And then we had a match between Nakamura and Bronson Reed. And I just love everything that Bronson Reed is doing right now. It feels right. It looks right. It is right. Nakamura gave him a great match, but at the same time, Bronson Reed's power and the moveset he's got really shows the power of that big man. But then he can also do random stuff out the ring and everything that will just make you go, oh, okay, was not expecting the big man to do that. Yeah, and then Bronson Reed attacks Ricochet after trying to throw him into a chair, but it didn't work because Ricochet moved out of the way, put Shinsuke on the chair, stop it, push the chair forwards, which then attacked Bronson Reed. Ricochet was then trying to sort the chair out, but then Bronson Reed comes in, attacks him, and then sort of Shin goes to do the knee, misses, hits Ricochet off the top rope as he's climbed up there, and then Bronson Reed hits the tsunami, and that is the end of Nakamura. It's interesting to see what they do after this because Nakamura and Ricochet are sort of costing each other each week against Reed about what's going on, and it's just interesting to see what they do next. Are they going to put Nakamura versus Ricochet or not? That was a simple question, wasn't it? Right, now we move on to the main event. As we said earlier, it was the Judgment Day of Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. There we go. It is currently, I'm recording this at 4:20 in the morning, and my brain is fried. Yes, Ashes, come on. And we had the main event. I put this, and it's a controversial piece, but I was sat there and I've been watching Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and all of that. But Sami Zayn's just not hitting Sami Zayn anymore. There's something missing with his character. They keep bringing up the bloodline, and Look, we love the Bloodline story, but you don't have to bring Sami Zayn back into it for the 100th time. We know he was in it. He was the one who beat up Roman Reigns with the chair. And now Jay's done the same thing, super kicked. Roman, we don't need to go back to Sami Zayn asking about the Judgment Day anymore. Just let them be, separate them, and let's carry on. Simple as that. I thought the Judgment Day were really clever in this match as well. I put here with the quick tags they were doing between each other. I felt it was great to see the way sort of there was a point in the match where Damien come in, beat down, tag Finn come in, then Dominic come in, did a flip over the top, tag someone else in, and they sort of rotating it until the tags come in, until a pin happened and it sort of broke out. And I thought there was one point in this match as well that I really loved the camera angle when KO and Cody have got their arm out for Sammy to tag, and the cameraman is literally directly in the middle of both of them. So you can see, you're just like eye shot view of what's going on. I really liked that. And then Sammy then jumped over Dominic. The crowd was absolutely fire. In the ring, haluva kick into the stunner, and then Damian Priest gets hit with the crossroads for the win. I thought when I was watching this match, I thought that they would build NXT a little bit more by getting Seth to come out and cost Finn the match. And while Seth's in the ring celebrating, Bron Breakker comes out and spears him. I thought that would be great to sort of then roll into tomorrow night, where we will be getting NXT and finding out what's going on there. So it'd be interesting to see what they do from it. But we have to wait and see. But yes, I thought the crowd was amazing. A lot of energy throughout the night, very loud, very outgoing, really putting everything to use. I thought it was great. I know Corey, my man, over the Discord, went to it tonight, was sending lots of pictures, and he was telling me he had a great night as well. So that's amazing to see. But yeah, for me, I thought it was excellent. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. For me, liked all of it. A little bit more. I'd like to see Ludwig Kaiser win, but I know with the storyline that they're doing, it's not possible. But I think he's the most underrated wrestler in WWE at the moment with what he can do and how he can sort of push everyone around him more forward going forward. So I really think that as well. So 9 out of 10 for me. Really, really like that. So yeah, don't forget, very soon we will be doing a WWE 2K23 gaming on here, and we will be doing live streams with WWE 2K23 on Twitch. We might do AEW Fight Forever. We will be doing Football Manager streams as well on Twitch, and we on the YouTube channel we will be doing a Reading FC save on my other channel, Mark Talks Football, in the very soon. Trying to do what the real Reading in real life couldn't do, and that's survive the championship and build it from there on. So we will be doing that. So with that, I just want to say thank you guys ever so much for joining me today. You guys have been brilliant with all the love and support you're doing. Thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT. 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 Peace.